It is interesting what you're saying, because today's interview is based on that. Felix Verdejo has not yet been accused. The motive for this interview was set. The radio host kept it short and straight to the point on what he wanted to hear, not what Tony was feeling nor thinking. Questions would be thrown from all directions to simply get Tony to agree and blame Felix Verdejo on the air.
Y han comenzado 1500 teorías a través de las redes sociales.
Tony said his answer before the interview ever began. If it was him, yes. Or the person that did it. The radio host did not like that answer. He knows he has his work cut out. The radio host Jorge Pabon Molusco will then mention that there has been 1,500 theories. "40 members of a violent gang charged with drug trafficking and firearms violations in San Juan, Puerto Rico. On June 8, 2023, a federal grand jury in the District of Puerto Rico returned an indictment charging 40 violent gang members from the municipality of San Juan with conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute, possession and distribution of controlled substances, and firearms violations. This investigation was led by the FBI San Juan Violent Gang Safe Streets Task Force, which is comprised of special agents and task force officers from the FBI San Juan, the Puerto Rico Police Bureau, the San Juan Municipal Police, the Federal Bureau of Prisons, the Puerto Rico Treasury Department, Hacienda, the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, Office of the Inspector General, the Carolina Municipal Police Department, and the Puerto Rico Department of Corrections. Violent gangs wreak havoc on our communities, engaging in bloody street wars and selling dangerous drugs that devastate communities and families, said U.S. Attorney Muldrow. As today's announcement demonstrates, the United States Justice Department continues to deploy its resources and expertise in close coordination with our law enforcement partners to target violent criminals and hold gang members accountable for their crimes. The indictment alleges that from 2015 to June 8, 2023, the drug trafficking organization distributed heroin, cocaine base, commonly known as crack, cocaine, marijuana, fentanyl, oxycodone, Percocet, and alprazolam, Xanax, within 1,000 feet of the Manuel A. Perez, the Alejandrino, and the Los Laureles public housing projects, PHPs, and other areas nearby, as well as the San Isidro ward in the municipality of Canovanas, all for significant financial gain and profit. As part of the conspiracy, the defendants used abandoned apartments in the public housing projects to prepare the drugs for distribution at the drug points and procured access to many vehicles to transport money, narcotics, and firearms. For that purpose, the co-conspirators would steal cars or buy stolen cars from others to use in furtherance of the drug trafficking activities. Some of the defendants sold drugs in the presence of minors. The defendants acted in different roles to further the goals of the drug trafficking conspiracy, to wit, leaders, suppliers, enforcers, runners, sellers, lookouts, and facilitators. The members of the gang used force, violence, and intimidation to maintain control of the areas in which they operated. The investigation revealed that during the conspiracy, the defendants and their co-conspirators would tattoo their arms with gang symbols as evidence of their allegiance to the organization. For example, members of the organization would get a 1,500 tattoo to indicate their allegiance to Los 1500. A selected group of leaders and enforcers, highly trusted by the leadership of the organization, were also permitted to get tattoos with the phrase Stars Inc. to identify their heightened status to other members of the organization. This was Operation Gangster Paradise. 40 members of a violent gang charged with drug trafficking and firearms violations in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Among the 40 suspects indicted, the number 2 most wanted was the father-in-law of Felix Verdejo, Miguel Miguelito Santiago Laiz, When the radio host mentions the 1500 theories, this was code to blame Verdejo and clear the names Miguel and his daughter, Elise Marie.